Good afternoon and welcome to the digital transformation stage of the KPMG flagship event in Germany, the Zukunftsgipfel. We're today talking about global IT delivery in a less globalized world, and I'm so happy that Valeria is joining me. Valeria is the advisor to Mikhail Fedorov, the Deputy Prime Minister of Innovation, Development and Education, Science and Technologies, Minister of the Digital Transformation of the Ukraine. Welcome, Valeria. Thanks a lot for joining us. So glad to have you here.
Hi, Martin. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for the invitation. Honored to join the conference, and apologies for not being there offline.
Thanks a lot. We appreciate that you made it virtually. You've been serving as the Deputy Minister of Digital Transformation, and now you're continuing a new role as the advisor, focusing on innovation, digitalization, and especially in global partnerships. And that is one of the things we want to explore in the next couple of minutes, looking where's the IT services sector in the Ukraine stands today, and why forward-looking companies and international partners are still betting in the Ukraine. Just a little bit of the background. So few stories in global IT are as dramatic but also as inspiring as the Ukraine's. If you look at the last 5 years, so in the 2020s, Ukraine was one of the world's fastest growing nearshoring hubs, combining deep engineering talent, cost efficiency, and especially also the alignment culturally between North America and Europe. So in that time, export revenues have grown tremendously from 5 million in 2020 to over 7 billion in 2022. But then the Russian invasion began, and what we then saw was a masterpiece in digital resilience. Entire teams have been relocated overnight. Power systems just collapsed, but IT delivery and also driving digital transformation continued over that time. So we saw kind of this exponential growth, then we saw adoption and, let me call it, survival. And now in the last 1.5 years, we see kind of resilient operation under continuous duress. And still, and that's kind of, if we look at the numbers, you're almost at the same level. It's, again, we expect this year about 6.5 to 6.8 billion export revenues. So Ukraine's IT sector is still standing, not unchanged, but more specialized, more resilient, and still globally relevant. And we really would like to hear your story on this. So how did you accomplish this? How you are progressing under these hard conditions?
Well, thank you so much, Martin. I don't think I really have to add something after this information on IT sector in Ukraine, though I would like to tell several words about what we are doing in the Ministry of Digital Transformation and about the digital reforms and products that we have been implementing over the past 6 years. So the Ministry of Digital Transformation of Ukraine has the big vision. We want to build the most convenient and digital state for citizens and tech businesses. And since 2019, we have been working on that. We have created our flagship ecosystem, which is called DIA, which consists of several different products. Our core product is a state super app DIA, which is used by more than 22 million users. It has 30 digital documents available and more than 40 digital services. Our state portal of public services DIA has more than 5.6 million users and more than 130 services. By the way, Ukraine is the first country in the world where digital passports are totally equivalent to paper and plastic ones. And also, by the way, in the latest e-government development index by UN, Ukraine right now ranked as the 5th country in the world in terms of digital public services. For comparison, in 2018, in the same ranking, we were on the 102nd place. So it's 97 positions progress in 6 years. I think it's pretty nice. We also doing a lot on other tracks. We are working a lot on increasing the level of digital literacy among Ukrainian citizens. We have a project which is called DIA Education. It's our national edutainment platform for reskilling in digital literacy. DIA City, it is a separate project which is basically the best tax regime for IT companies in Europe. And this project was launched 2 weeks prior to the full-scale Russian invasion. As of now, we have more than 2,000 residents, Ukrainian and international IT companies in Ukraine. Then we have DIA Business, a separate project to support small and medium enterprises. So this is a two-component project, a one-stop shop for SMEs where you could find anything you need to start or to grow your business, starting from free consultations, marketplace of financial products, expert section, and everything else like you really need to grow your business in Ukraine. And then the second component, the network of offline hubs. We also have DIA Engine, which is a low-code open source solution for creating state registries. We have DIA Digital Hromada, which is a separate project to support digital maturity of territorial communities in Ukraine. We have a special position in Ukrainian government, which is called Chief Digital Transformation Officer. Those are people who operate on the level of deputy ministers or deputy governors, and they are responsible for digitalization in their spheres or in their regions. That's why we really invest a lot in basically helping them to achieve their goals. Because our minister is also the deputy prime minister who can coordinate all of the reforms on national and regional level in digital transformation. And that's how we can really move fast with that. It is also very important to maybe mention several great stories regarding the services and regarding the reaction of specifically MDT team to the full-scale Russian invasion. Because when the invasion started in 2022, we had to shift our strategy regarding the development of digital services in DIA. And just to give you a few examples, when Russian missiles started to hit residential areas for the first time, people went to the shelters also for the first time in their lives. We understood that they don't have access to news, so we embedded TV and radio into our state super app. The next stage was a lot of people had to relocate from one region to another, and we have created a service which gave the possibility to receive a status of internally displaced person. And then a special service which is called e-support, a possibility to receive social financial assistance through DIA app. We have also created a separate service which is called e-recovery, possibility to receive compensation for destroyed or damaged property, also online via a few clicks. And another great service, it's online marriage, for example. We launched it last year, and last year it was featured in 100 best inventions in Time magazine. So this is a full cycle. You're sending the proposal via State Super App, and then you receive a confirmation, you choose date and time, and then you come for the video ceremony where you sign with your digital signature and you receive the certificate of marriage. And of course, this service, the target audience for this service is primarily soldiers and our women who are also abroad. But at the same time, if we would look at the statistics, we would see that we have more than 2.6 million proposals and around 7K married couples. And this is a great statistics, I believe, because it shows us how DIA itself changes the way how government communicates with the citizens. And, you know, this is the way that government should really deliver services. There is a lot of things we are doing also on the infrastructure side, and especially when it comes, for example, to cloud. And right now we are developing the national cloud model for Ukraine. And we are really grateful to our partners at KPMG and also Swedfund who are supporting this project. And I believe that very soon we will be able to show some great results. So thank you so much, dear Martin, and all your team for making it happen, and looking forward to great results. We are also in the process of developing our new national digital agenda as well as national AI strategy. And we have some really great plans on how Ukraine could continue succeed in digital transformation and tech.
Thanks a lot. I always find it incredible. So on the way working with you, and how do you remain that spirit under these extreme conditions, the spirit you give, the power you give. Remember, this time where only 4 hours of power were available on a working day. So there's a lot of kind of transforming DIA from a, let me say it, convenience app into a life belt during that very challenging time. Looking ahead on 2026, 2027, what would the IT sector, which is the basis of all that digital transformation, need to maintain that momentum? How can global partners from public, private sector, from Germany, of course, contribute and help that going forward?
Well, honestly, there is plenty of options and plenty of options for the partnership. First of all, when it comes to digital transformation specifically, there's a lot of things that we could be doing together and explore together. Right now, for example, the topic of agentic state is very interesting, and we are exploring different solutions, and we are very open to work with governments and private sector partners who can help us to be even more efficient, to increase governance efficiency, to rethink the educational system and understand how with the help of technology and, for example, how with the help of AI, we can solve very concrete problems that we have, for example, knowledge gaps, and many other problems. Another thing is that in the end of last year, December 2024, the government of Ukraine has adopted the Ukrainian innovation strategy Win-Win 2030. By the way, it's available for everyone. You could search for Win-Win 2030 and find the text of this strategy. And the main idea of this strategy is to open markets for innovative businesses in Ukraine. And this strategy also prioritizes several sectors like defense tech, GovTech, EdTech, AI, secure cyberspace, MedTech, Biotech, AUV, and several others, where we plan to where we plan to invest our resources and attention so we could do the next economically. As of now, we believe that innovation is really a key for Ukraine, is an opportunity that gives us, it's an opportunity that we need to use, because only innovation can help us to make this economic breakthrough as for the country. So when we are talking about innovation, Ukrainian government and generally, for example, MDT and Ukrainian businesses are one of the best partners for digital transformation project as well as for the innovation. First of all, any new solution in any sphere could be tested right now in Ukraine. We now have a lot of challenges, and only technology can help us to solve these challenges. We are ready to test it. We are ready to pilot it together. We are ready to scale it. So there is also a lot of points of interest when it comes to sharing the expertise, opening mutual R&D centers, centers of excellence, implementing some concrete projects. There are so many challenges in the world that if we will not unite, we all might lose. And now this is a perfect momentum when we have to think how we can work together.
Yeah, we see that in the same time, because things seem to drift more apart than to grow together. So having worked with you, I think this is kind of this partnership idea is at the heart of the Ukrainian ecosystem, well, government as well as the private sector. So what are the kind of the partnerships and the success factors in the partnership, and what's actually your contribution where you say this is where you're really good at?
Well, first of all, it's implementation. We have a pretty good track record on what we have done over the past 6 years with all our digital reforms and digital products, as well as on defense tech side specifically, as well as also we are right now doing some great progress in EdTech. So if you would ask what is the main advantage of Ukraine as a partner, I would say it's our vision, it's our capacity to implement with quality and implement with the needed speed. So this is something that we could do really fast, and we are very interested to do it. We want to be the most digital country in the world, the most innovative country in the world. We have top-notch human capital in Ukraine, and that's our biggest advantage.
So if we look at advantages and kind of maybe also look a little bit into sectors, kind of, where would you say it's the best choice also for, if we look at a German company to say, if I want to consider building up my IT delivery center, my investment in the Ukraine, what would you say, where is this the best choice for the audience watching us today?
Well, I would say it's definitely GovTech, defense tech, AI, agrotech, These are the first of choice, but there are a lot of others, very interesting sectors. And with the speed that generally innovations are evolving, it is sometimes difficult to focus on just one center, sometimes on just one sector. Sometimes it's one innovative idea which arises in one sector, but has an impact on all other sectors as well. So my advice would be generally to work with Ukraine, to come to Ukraine, not to be afraid to come to Ukraine, even during the full-scale Russian invasion. There is a very concrete security protocols, and you could be safe if you are going accordingly to the security protocols. So you're going to the shelters, etc. But if you're coming to Ukraine, you have a great possibility to talk to people, to see how they work, to see how they really innovate. You would see how one product today actually changes till the end of the week because of these or that conditions. And then you will understand better what I mean and what we're talking about today. So that would be my general advice. Try to get to know Ukraine better. We always are very, very open and welcome all guests and all partners. And we, I believe, will find several ways for partnership always.
Still looking forward to visiting you. Julia.
I'm waiting for you.
Thank you so much for these powerful insights and for sharing this remarkable story with us. We do have a question from the audience. Let's take a moment to address it. Amid shifting global dynamics, how can Ukraine lead in digital innovation in Europe?
That is the question for me or for Martin?
It's for
both of you.
Maybe it's
Or
for
for
both of us.
both.
So what I see, if I look at maybe also kind of what's happening in the world, I think Europe itself needs to get stronger, needs to get also strong in the area of digitalization of IT skills as an IT delivery location. And I think with Ukraine as being one of the fastest growing IT hubs in the past, I think this is a great opportunity to participate from also the spirit and the deep technology background and also the culture, honestly. Having worked with Valeria and the team for almost a year now, it's that spirit and kind of not only being delivering and receiving something, it's really working together and trying to build the best without any prejudices and little conflicts, let me put it like this.
Great.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Valeria.
Yeah, I would say that, first of all, I think everything starts with the vision. You know, it's not always just about the goals. It starts with the vision. Why do we need digital transformation? And you know, the answer that we have today is very different from the answer that we had, for example, even a few years ago, because there is more and more challenges. Ukraine can be very helpful by sharing all of the, we are living in probably one of the most difficult periods in history. We are living during the first technological war and the first cyber war. We are living under constant missile shellings, blackouts, and there is like lots of challenges that any government would go through during such kind of a crisis. And we already have a lot of experience. What works, what doesn't work, what's important, what's not important. We know how to prioritize like super fast. We know how to implement fast and effectively. We know what's important. And if we would look right now on what is happening in the world, I believe there is almost no country who is not going through some kind of a crisis, be it climate change, be it some political situation, be it the invasion. And honestly, the experience that Ukraine has specifically in digital could cover a lot of those challenges. The digital infrastructure and backbone that can give the possibility to create digital products, registries, services fast, interoperability layers, which, for example, are also very important and are a part basically of a digital backbone and many other things. So Ukraine can be very helpful with the lessons learned, with the concrete solutions, and with this visionary part.
Well, thank you very much, Valeria.